Hey there, Future Jim here. Just before we get into this one, you do hear me mention a couple of times that this one is going to be split up into two parts. I've actually decided I'm just going to put it all into the one. It didn't really warrant putting it into two parts, so I do apologize to that. There was every intention to split it. I'm not going to split it. I'm going to put it all into the one. But anyway, see you soon. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Griever Productions. I want to apologize straight away. We didn't have a video up last night. There was a whole heap of things that went wrong. As was stated on Patreon, there was a complete issue in which I recorded several videos, and what I didn't realize until I'd started editing them was that the entire time I had a Rain and Thunder track playing in the background, which I do for like anxiety, like to lower the anxiety, right? And I forgot about it, and that's all you could hear in the recordings, and I just did not pick it up until I'd started recording. So anyway, here we are doing something a little bit easier. I will try and salvage those other ones as best as I can and see where we go. But who knows what's going to happen there. So, I was hoping to also do some recordings earlier today, but forgot that we had some people coming in to change the hot water system. In the process of the hot water system being changed over, our air conditioner died, and it was a 42°C day in Australia with rainstorms and thunderstorms. It has been one heck of a day. I'm telling you, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. But I thought that I would still get some stuff recorded, because why not? So anyway, what we're doing today, as you guys know, well, as some of you will know, when it comes to these videos, right, we're going to be reacting to some of the cringiest audition videos on American Idol. For those who do know, we don't do these to spread any form of hate for any of these artists or anything like that. What we do is we try to give commentary on how I would handle these people coming into my studio, right? If they came in and they sang these songs, what would I do to get them on their way to reaching their vocal goal? Okay, so this is what we do. This is what we do on this one. So we try to spread that positivity. Just before we do begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. And let's get into this one. So we've got a video here. It does say America's Got Talent worst auditions, but it is Idol. Like, I can see right here, this is an American Idol one. So let's have a listen. All right, number 5.
Why, why,
if her next words are, I can't remember actually the lyric, but if this is under pressure, I'm going to be really upset.
Insanity laughs under pressure, we're cracking. Can we give ourselves one more chance? Why can't we give love that one more chance? Why can't we give love?
Okay. That was the only song that I could think of that had that, but it was actually kind of unrecognizable. So, what would I do in this case? I would have them pull it back. Now, they're throwing their voice too hard, first of all, and it is creating an issue in which they can't really navigate the notes properly.
One more chance.
One more chance. And they're over-enunciating as well. Why can't we give love that one more chance? That's all it's needed. Not chance, or whatever the heck she did, right? But there's a difference in singing between power and volume. If you put too much volume on, right, it becomes much harder to control the voice. What I tend to do, right, is I usually sing it around 70%, and then to, like, volume wise, right? And then when we go through the song, depending on what crescendos, whatever may need to happen, as the song goes on, increase the volume a little bit. But my tip is don't ever go above 90% if you can help it, because in that last 10% between 90 and 100% of your volume is where it gets difficult, not impossible, but difficult to maintain pitch, okay? It does make it more difficult. Now, this woman here is having that issue, so it's why it's harsh. It sounds like she's throwing it too hard. It's almost as if she's singing it and she's angry, which I suppose, given the song, I can understand that emotion being behind the lyric, but does it work? Not really.
Why can't we give love? Give love!
Yeah, give love! The way that she did that, it's too much. It's too much. Just pull it back. Give love! It sounds nicer. It is a little less harsh. Just... little tips. Little tips.
You don't look too pleased, Simon.
It was almost as bad as it can possibly get, Brena. I mean, the intro in particular, that whine nonsense.
God.
Do you want me to sing something else?
Brena, I don't want to hear anything more from
Why?
you. Because I just hated the audition.
Why?
Because it's pointless. You're not going to go through to the next round.
I don't understand why you won't give me a chance to
I'll tell you why, because I just heard you sing.
Okay, but I have 10 years of training, so I don't understand.
No, you don't. You don't have 10 years of training. Say psych right now. No, there's no way. There's no way you have 10 years of vocal training. I'm sorry. And if you do, your teacher has been taking your money. And that is something that really upsets me, because I've spoken to teachers before that do this, and I do not think it is a fair practice. If somebody is with you for 10 years and they sound like that, you are not doing your job as a vocal coach. You're just not. Like, 10 years, right? In this country, in Australia, right? If you work for a company for 10 years, you get long service leave. Like, that is a long time to be practicing singing and to be getting it this wrong. You need a new teacher if you are telling the truth, and I hope you are not. And I do not mean that as any form of aggression or anything towards her. If this is true, oh wow, my camera caught me at a bad time there, didn't it? If this is true, her teacher needs to stop teaching, because that, after 10 years, absolutely not. We would need to bring it back. We need to pull back the voice. We need to focus on the breathing, first of all, right? I would actually, you know what? I would love to actually take this person in for a lesson. I guarantee you after one lesson, she's sounding better. I guarantee it. And that's not just me talking myself up. It's not. It is just a fact that it's simple, fundamental things. What this teacher was probably doing is getting this woman in, just listening to her sing, and not really knowing what she was listening to, and not giving any form of feedback that was worth $1. You know what I mean? Sorry, that's a problem.
And why they wouldn't tell me 10 years ago that I wasn't good.
Because
Somebody
I'll
took
tell
your
you why,
money.
Brena. Because
Same.
I wasn't your teacher.
And I do know vocal teachers that do just take the money. They just take the money. They go, look, it's not a problem. But I can't do that. I morally cannot do that. I cannot take that slot away from somebody who is who actually wants to be there. I would need to have this conversation with this person and say, look, we've been at it for this long and it's not getting better. I'm not afraid to have those harsh conversations. Was I good at it at the beginning of my career as a vocal coach? No, absolutely not. Like, it is a hard conversation to have, but sometimes you do need to have it.
I'm sorry. But, hey, it's really cool you get to audition on a show and you get to be on TV on your favorite show. That's neat.
That's good news, isn't it, Brena?
No?
No, it didn't work, sweetheart.
I have a degree in vocal performance.
No, you don't.
No, darling.
No, you don't. You do not. No, there's no way. You have a degree? What degree? Like, I don't know what the American degree system is, right? But what do you mean?
Wait,
Are you sure?
positive.
Is there anything that I can do to improve?
Leave.
Oh.
That's horrible.
Far out.
In Massachusetts.
Look, there's a lot of fundamentals in that we could work with. We just need to teach the fundamentals. Don't get me wrong. Would all hope be lost? No. But I really hope that she was lying about 10 years. I really do. I really, really do. Because otherwise it means that her teacher was just taking her money, and I hate that.
I want to be singing Sorry seems to be the hardest words.
Just a minute, we'll say hello first of all, Derek.
Yeah. Hi.
How's it going?
What's going down, baby?
Nothing really.
So, Derek, it says here that you think you sound like Chris Brown and the Eagles. Are you a big Chris Brown fan?
I just like how he touches young kids all around this world, you know?
Right. Great.
Well, that was a choice of words, wasn't it? Look, Chris Brown and the Eagles, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good combination. I don't know if that's a combination I would ever want to hear, to be completely honest. But when you leave the layman who isn't really musically inclined to answer that sort of question, it does make it hard, and they're going to come up with their favorite artists rather than what is the truth, right? Now, he mentioned that he's going to be doing Sorry Seems to be the hardest word. Now, my question is he going to be doing it pre-Elton John getting Teflon-coated voice or post-Elton John getting Teflon-coated voice? Because they are in very different keys, and they are done very differently. They are handled very differently. Not many people can do pre-Teflon-coated, because that was a very unique style that Elton had at the time. It is a lot easier for men to sing the post-Teflon coating stuff, but let's find out.
Beautiful.
What are you going to sing?
Sorry seems to be the hardest words
Great,
by
off you
Elton
go.
John. Okay, ready? What do I gotta do to make you love me? What do I gotta do to make you care? What do I do when lightning strikes me? Ain't no way to find that you're not there. What do I gotta do to make you want me? What do I gotta do to be heard? What do I say when it's all over? And sorry seems to be the hardest words. It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me that sorry seems to be the hardest word.
Thank you, Derek.
Okay, okay. Here's the thing, right? So he chose pre-Teflon coating, which is one thing, right? It is very high, it is difficult, it is not an easy song to do, right? And I love the song. I absolutely do. I love a lot of this sort of era of Elton's stuff. There's a very, very good recording of this song where Elton did this song with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra in Australia, right? And it was beautiful. And this is post-Teflon coating. And it's a stunning, stunning song. The performance was phenomenal, right? This was strange, and I'll tell you why. So, going through this, right, it is as if he sang the song as three different people. The voice was just strange. So when he was doing the, it's sad, so sad, he was doing this, like, weird squeaky, it's sad, so sad. And then, why can't we talk it over? There was a part where he did head voice that was again in a different voice. Like, it sounded completely disjointed. And then there was there was a lower kind of part here too. Let's see.
Honest words, it's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it?
Why can't we? Like, for some reason he turned British for that line. I'm confused about that. Let's go back a bit here.
To be heard. What do I say when it's all over?
There. What do I say when it's all over? Which was another thing altogether. Like, for some reason he brought all the sound forward rather than keeping it back. What do I say when it's all over? Keep it back. Keep it back. Like, I don't understand why he did that. Because the thing is, too, that was a conscious choice. If he was just singing it normally, it wouldn't have come out that way. It would have been the, what do I say when it's all over? Just keep it natural. Just keep it natural. You don't need to, what do I say when it's all over? You don't need that. You do not need it. Realistically, what I would do is I would take him through that fundamental and go, look, you need to stop doing this. Like, there's a lot of physiological things happening here that just shouldn't be. It needs to be the same way as when you are speaking. There needs to be no more effort put into this section, realistically, than when you're singing. To a point, right? Don't get me wrong, there are some times where I'll say, look, you need to drop your jaw more, or things like that, right? But for 70% of singing, you don't want to be putting more effort here than what you do when you're speaking. And that's a super important distinction, right? Also, in this particular case, I don't understand. He knew the song, right? But he was not musically inclined enough to actually put the gaps between the lines. So, what do I gotta do to make you love me? What have I gotta do to be heard? That's one thing, right? But what he was doing, what do I gotta do to make you love me? What have I gotta do to be heard? What do I say when it's all over? And it's all one level. You can't do it that way. It's another thing on top of it, which makes it sound worse, right? So I would adjust that a little bit.
You don't sound like Chris Brown. You don't sound like the Eagles. Or maybe an eagle.
Yeah.
But it was just like there was an interview in there.
God, Simon.
And every one of them was horrible.
Oh,
that was the
wow.
problem.
Okay.
Sorry, Derek.
All right, thanks.
And it is a beautiful song. Seriously. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Australian tour, Melbourne Symphony Orchestra. Beautiful, beautiful version.
What you singing?
I'm singing Every Time We Touch by Cascada.
Are you, though? Are you, though? I feel like that's an interesting choice, man.
Wow, okay.
You ready? Okay. I still feel your touch when you sleep next to me. I still feel your kiss on my lips. The good and the bad times, we've been through them all. You make me rise when I fall. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we touch, I reach the skies. I'm kind of nervous. Oh my God, I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's okay.
Interesting. He has a very, very high voice. Like, even for, like, natural tenors, right? That is still a very, very high voice. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time I kiss, I swear I could fly. It is that to have a voice that sits naturally in that kind of area, that's interesting. But the first thing that I would do, he's got the sound too far forward. As every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. And it sounds kind of nasal, right? I would get him to bring that sound back. There's exercises we would do. This is long story short, right? We'd get him to bring it back. So every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. That last note was a bit off. But, like, I'm also not warm. So don't judge me too harshly. But, like, it's actually not... I think he has potential. He just needs the right teacher. And I don't know if he is even being taught.
Okay, take your time, man, you know.
You guys are awesome. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Should I try again, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we... I'm so nervous I forget the lyrics, but I have this down pat.
I used to do that all the time.
You did?
Yeah, forget what I'm singing. When you get really into something sometimes, and you can see that you're really into that song.
I am.
Right,
I'm so
Simon?
excited to be here. I'm going to be the next American Idol. I want to inspire people like Michael Jackson inspired me.
No, you're not.
Adam Lambert
No, you're not.
inspired me.
No, you're not. You're not. The whole thing, even the fact that you were singing like that with a beard made it even more strange.
What?
You know what I mean? You know, you sing like a 3-year-old girl, you dress like LaToya Jackson, you've got a beard. The whole thing was just too weird. No, but it's going to have to be a no, I'm sorry.
Interesting. All right.
Jesse Holloway.
Hi, how are you? Good.
Jesse, do you think you can win this competition?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because I have a unique vocal range, and I have my passion for music is like, I think the far the best than what most I've seen out here, because I'm in music because I feel music expresses itself other than most people just into it for the glitz and grime, but when it's in my heart. And
Okay, I didn't understand a word of that. And why?
Yeah, I look, I'll put that to nerves. I followed what he was saying, but that was rough.
What makes you unique?
well, first off, I feel I'm unique because I can hit like some notes that Mariah Carey can hit. I have a nice range for a male.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Off you go.
Well, you know...
I have a running sort of thing in this. Whenever people like Celine, Mariah, Whitney get brought up, I always scream red flag. Because it's rare that anybody can do their stuff. Don't get me wrong. Eric Grunwald will always say, like, if anybody ever says to him, you can't sing Mariah, he'll say, hold my beer, and then he'll go and do it, right? But it's rare to find somebody that can actually sing as high as Mariah could in the 90s, right? Mariah can't sing as high as Mariah could in the 90s. But let's... this is a worry. I don't really want to hit play, but I'm going to.
A lot of pressure. Come on now.
All right, Jesse, this is your moment. Off you go.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on, far across the distance, and spaces between us, you have come to... Can I go get some water, because I'm real nervous, right?
I said that Mariah was a red flag, and then he proceeds to do Celine, which I also said was a red flag. He's going to get water. I hope he comes back and redoes it.
Sure.
I mean, to be completely honest, if I was the judge, I'd lock the door.
Season 6. Leave in the middle of your audition.
I would
hungry.
just leave it at that. I think it's brilliant.
Thank you.
Oh, you come back?
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how
What key are you in,
know
brother?
you. Go on,
across the distance and spaces between us. You have come to show you. Go on.
I can't.
Okay, look, I see what he was trying to do with it. Go on. I see what he was trying to do, but he's clearly heard somebody do that, and he's trying to replicate it because, damn, he doesn't know where to pitch. Look, singing a song a cappella is definitely more difficult than singing with a track of some description, whether it be a band or an actual backing track, for multiple reasons. Keeping time is harder, and also staying in key is harder. But the beauty about singing a cappella, if you start in the wrong key, you can keep singing in that key, and then people think you've made that active choice. In this particular case, what he has done is he has started in one key, ended up in another key, gone back to the original key, and then ended up in some completely random key that doesn't match either of the previous ones that he's done, right? So it would be a case of running scales in this particular format, right? Run the scales so that he can, and also record him doing them, right? So that he can hear them back and go, oh, okay, and hopefully hear the difference between what he's singing and, say, what a piano is playing, trying to play or sing the same notes, right? And then you would hope that they can hear it, because you can't train an ear to hear it. Like, it's like people with perfect pitch. Can you train it? You can get close, but ultimately no. Like, perfect pitch is something that you have or you don't have, but you can get very, very close with practice, okay? But in this particular case, I don't understand. It's nice to have a male that's using their head voice or falsetto in this case, right? But it's a matter of understanding how it works, and how to use it is the important part. It's clear that he knows how to get in there, but it's clear that also that it's not confident, that he is not confident in that part of the voice. And that is super important. You would need to practice this song for months in order to get confident in that area of the voice. And fact of the matter is, there's easier songs to do that would be able to get into that part of the voice and help you stay in there, right? I would get him to sing something different. That would be my first point of call. Sing something different. Sing something in your lower register. So what we do, right, is we start with the chest voice, right? For both male and female, we start there because that is kind of the basis of where you naturally sit. And then we work on head voice, which is unnatural to most people, and we work on the lower registers, which are, again, more unnatural. You have a natural range, and then you work on things beyond that. I would take this gentleman back and teach him the fundamentals. His breathing seems to be okay. Not great, but like, that wouldn't be where I would start here. I would definitely start with scales, trying to get him to sing the scales and trying to hear what he's doing wrong, what he is doing right, and seeing if he can fix it on his own terms. Otherwise, you know, it may be difficult. It may be a case of tone deafness. People are tone deaf. I've tried to teach many people that have turned out to be tone deaf. It does happen. But in this particular case, that's what I would do. And yeah, go from there.
Jesse, why did you come back in the room?
Because I felt I was prepared to re-sing my song.
That helped.
There was no difference.
Yeah, it really wasn't any difference.
They were both excruciating. I thought when you left, for once, we're on the same page.
Well, would you like me to try another song?
Well, no.
Why not?
What do you got?
I'll sing Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Oh.
No. It's in the same register. Which is actually higher, I think. Hang on. Every night in my dreams. It is higher. Well, at least that part, anyway. Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Gary, Indiana,
That's more
represent.
your style.
Represent.
Lovely.
Nope. It's the song choice for me. Sing something different. Sing something in your chest voice. We work from there and then go into that upper register. It's great that you've got that upper register. A lot of men don't. But you need to get the basics first.
All right.
It's the feeling now.
And again, different keys.
Fever.
Ooh, that's a note I've never heard.
Temperatures rising now.
Jesse, why do you think we are looking for a 2-year-old who can't sing?
You're not looking. I can't sing, and I'm proving that to you right now. If you just give me the chance to finish singing, I mean, I'm nervous.
Well, you
right
just
now.
did prove that, Jesse. That's my point.
That's your point. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm here and I'm trying to sing my heart out. I'm attempting to sing, but I can't get over my nervousness.
But Jesse, you didn't sing, with respect.
Plus, part of being a professional musician is thrown down no matter what you're doing. This
Jesse,
is
you
a
just
small amount of
murdered
pressure.
3 songs in a row.
Agreed. It doesn't matter whether or not you're performing for 2 people or 12 or 12,000. You need to always be able to pull out all the stops and put out that performance.
4.
That was not one.
It was enough.
Yeah.
It's an absolute categorical never.
I mean, I'm right here. I'm on national television. I'm right here, and you tell me I'm making a fool out of myself.
Yes.
That's what you're
I
telling
didn't
me.
say that, Jesse. I
No,
just
no,
said
no,
you
no.
couldn't sing.
No, that's so.
Jesse, all I said was you couldn't sing. That was it.
And guess
was
what,
it.
Jesse? It's true.
Okay, Randy, yes or no?
No, Jesse, man, it was not good, dog. Not good. No.
Jewel,
Not a chance.
Paula,
Pass. Nope.
it's a no.
Thank you, Jess, for coming down.
Thank you,
For
Jesse.
coming.
All right. Here's number 1. Let's go.
Are you nervous, Douglas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do like a warm-up type thing or something?
Yeah, please.
I mean, how? Okay.
This is not the time to be doing a warm-up. So, sorry, if I was a judge, I'd actually be quite upset about this, right? Because if I was there and I was spending the time auditioning these people, these are long days for these judges. Very, very long days. I would be irritable as anything, especially the amount of stuff that these guys see, right? For, you know, that the producers give them as, like, plants, right? I would get annoyed. And seeing this, like, you've got... This guy would have been sitting out for hours in the bloody waiting rooms. Hours. And he didn't warm up his voice. I don't... Like, not the time.
Douglas, how long is this going to take?
Shine! I just did that as a warm-up, like.
Got it.
I'm not singing that.
So that wasn't the audition?
I guess I'll start my audition now, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna sing?
I'm gonna do "Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi.
Of course.
Okay. She says we got hold on.
What?
to
Whoa.
what we got.
What was that?
Okay.
What are you gonna sing?
I'm gonna do "Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi.
Of course.
Okay. She says we got hold on to what.
Do that again.
Of course.
Okay. She says we got hold on to.
Are you guys hearing that? When he breathes? Like, I can't replicate it. I have no idea what's going on there. What?
Of course.
Okay. She says we got. I'm gonna do
Even the breath he took before he sang
"Living on
them.
a Prayer" by Bon Jovi.
Of course.
Okay. She says we got hold on to what we got. It makes no difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love.
I'm trying to... What? What?
We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, never on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, never on a prayer. Never on a prayer.
What the bloody hell was that?
I'm perplexed. I've heard a lot of things as a vocal teacher. I've heard so many things, but that has thrown me off entirely. I have no idea what I just heard, because like he was close to pitch. That side of things was relatively okay. But there is a fundamental issue with the breathing, and I don't know how I would fix it. When it comes to breathing, I'm usually pretty good with going, hey, okay, let's do this instead. I have no clue how I would fix this. Hang on.
Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Oh!
I suspect it's his tongue. When he breathes in, look at the way his tongue comes out, right? It's like he blocks his throat off with his tongue when he breathes. And that's what's creating that sound.
Halfway there. Whoa! Nail me on a prayer. Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Whoa! Nail me on a prayer. Nail me on a prayer.
What the bloody hell was that?
All right, look, I've been sitting here for, I don't know how long at this point, trying to work out how long, how to get around this. And genuinely, I'm still at a loss because that breathing does not make sense to me. I've never heard that before. However, I think it's his tongue doing it. If I couldn't help him with that, because the way that I would do it is making sure that he keeps his tongue firmly, like, just relaxed in his mouth, right? I would, if I couldn't help him with that, I would send him to an ear, nose, and throat specialist, because it doesn't make sense, and it may be indicative of a different problem, right? But I genuinely don't know. This has genuinely perplexed me.
This is the weirdest audition, man.
Okay, I know I was rough on that. I know it wasn't as good as before.
The one note.
That one.
Yeah. About the 20, 30 notes on that one was rough, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, take a drink of water.
Take a deep breath, relax.
Why are you bothering with this?
Let me just pace it back.
Oh, for Is this serious?
What are we doing?
It's great that he's doing scales. It's great here that he's doing scales. It's not great that he's warming up his lower notes when he's trying to hit a higher note. It's counterintuitive. You want to open up the higher notes, not the lower in this particular scenario. Don't get me wrong, it's always good to have all of your voice warmed up and ready to go, but he's just, there's no point. You can't warm up the lower notes and expect to hit higher.
This is serious.
Okay, Douglas, you know what? We're gonna have to speed it up just a little bit because you know why?
Okay, Saturday I saw you holding hands with someone new. So I carefully kept my composure, just like everything was
Douglas.
cool.
What song is that?
I kept
Douglas.
beating. I'm building it.
He's building up.
Douglas.
Just keep going round and round.
Well, you are.
Oh, the
Douglas.
circles keep on tumbling
Douglas.
down. Oh, what? Wait,
Douglas. I don't want to.
He only does the breathing thing in high notes. Is it just his approach? Am I overthinking this? Probably.
Hear any more of this stupidity?
well, because I've been worried about if I was going to screw up like this.
Well, you did. And you're sweating and you're nervous and you're walking around in
Actually,
circles.
can I just try one of the songs one more time?
No. And you're whispering and
Sing
panting.
like 4 songs.
and doing all this strange stuff and...
Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa! Whoa, we're halfway there.
Douglas, you...
Whoa!
He's not even listening.
Prayer.
He's not listening.
Take my hand and we'll make it.
We
I
should
swear.
just explore him. He's keep singing.
Living on a prayer. Living on a prayer.
Wow, you really projected on that one.
I was trying to do better.
Yeah,
Was it you saying it was better?
No.
you projected on that one.
Yes or no, Simon?
All right, no one in a million years is ever going to pay
Not
to
your thing.
hear you sing.
But did you see
want
like
to
I did
hear
better
you
like after
sing.
just a few seconds like that? I can do a lot better.
Douglas, you're never going to do
time,
this.
so-
The tightness that you were feeling opened up a little bit.
Oh, come off it,
Yeah,
Paula.
it's true because like when you're
I mean, Paula's right. It's a gross oversimplification, but she is right. There's something going on here that I can't pinpoint and I don't understand. And I would love to actually have a lesson with this guy so that I could hear it and understand it and see what's going on there. Because that has simply intrigued me. And that is just insane. That's insane to me. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, look, let's see. Is there anything else in here?
your voice is tight, you cannot resonate. It can make you sound like someone who's a great singer or something that can't sing at all.
Dude, singing's not
It
your
doesn't
thing,
matter.
baby.
None of it matters.
Hang on.
It doesn't
Come off it,
Yeah,
Paula.
it's true because like when your voice is tight, you cannot resonate. It can make you sound like someone who's a great singer or something that can't sing at all.
Yeah, but why? But why? But why? Why? Like, I don't understand why it's happening. If I can understand why it's happening, I could tell you what not to do. He's right. Like, if his voice can't resonate, it makes it hard. But why can't it resonate? I don't understand.
Dude, singing's not
It
your
doesn't
thing,
matter.
baby.
None of it matters.
Maybe
You're going to do it again, aren't you?
you could.
Of course.
Maybe you could be mine
Get out.
again. Maybe you can live the dream.
Douglas, they're going to take you somewhere safe.
It's make sure you get out safe, Douglas.
Was yours.
Thank you.
They're going to take you to a
It's a
safe
no,
place.
Douglas.
Wow. I don't know what I just watched. I think I've said enough. I'm tired. I am exhausted, actually. And that has sent me for a loop. I do not know what more to do on that one. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Like or favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Do all that sort of thing. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.